Ah, we are live. We are back. Uh,
All right, starting off the stream with a real hard-hitting question,
uh-oh.
because I feel really stupid. Um, so, as a guy, when
Mhm.
you feel like you need to pee, where do you feel it?
It actually kind of depends.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's generally, you'll feel it, like, around the bladder area, but, like, right around the base of your private area there, as well. And there's, like, a tingle, and it can, but the tingle can kind of, like, spread out and, like, stretch all the way to the end, basically.
See, that's so weird, because like,
Because, like, what?
my bladder.
Oh, God, you cut
So,
out.
oh, hello, can you
Hi.
hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because like as a woman, I feel it mostly in my bladder,
Hmm.
and I I found out on like Twitter that for dudes it's not really like that, and I've been really weirded out.
Yeah, no, it
Oh, it's so weird.
yeah, no, it just is kind of all over the place. Well, and that's one thing too. It's like you think I think about like I mean, obviously this is a common discussion thing for people as they kind of get to a certain age or whatever, and start asking
Mhm.
questions about the other sex, is like
Mhm.
what um the whole idea of like what it feels like to get kicked in the nuts, or
Oh
just
yeah.
get any fucking sort of physical trauma to the balls.
Mhm.
It's a feeling that can't be very easily described to people who haven't experienced it, because
Yeah.
there's not really an equivalent. Like, there's nothing else I've been through in my entire life with all the weird, issues I've had and pain and things that is even comparable to what it's like to get kicked in the nuts. That shit is so debilitating.
Yeah. Well, and like it's a thing too where like it radiates. It's not even just like in your groin area. It like radiates into your stomach, and people have sometimes thrown up
hmm
and gotten really nauseous from being kicked in the nuts.
Yeah, it's basically it's almost like if I guess if you're like your whole central nervous system gets kind of like a big shock all at once. It's really weird.
Like
I got
hitting your
you a
funny bone,
gooner, by the way.
actual pain. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Like hitting your funny bone, except debilitatingly painful.
yeah. Except it affects your whole body. Like
Yeah.
like depending on the
Oh,
force, I
okay.
guess, of it, it can be really like it can do some seriously like issues. Some serious it can cause some serious issues. It's also like there's also circumstances surrounding it that I learned were relevant,
Uh
such
huh.
as if you got kicked in the nuts in the cold. I don't recommend that. That doesn't feel good. I'm gonna go
Well,
ban
because
a chatter on kick really
your
quick.
balls are like, your balls are like up, right? So it like it
Well, no, it's just
knocks
the
them
cold
back.
makes it so much worse. Like it's crazy. Also, welcome back, Pladsy. Nice to see you. Don't please don't blow
Hey,
up.
you.
There we go.
But yeah, and it's like, I mean, I'm pretty sure in soccer I was kicked in the groin once. And I mean, as a woman, it still is painful, but it probably isn't as painful as someone getting punched in, or kicked in the balls. Like,
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess it depends on if it has the extraneous effects of like the nausea and like discombobulation. Yeah, getting kicked anywhere
I
does
don't,
suck. It's true.
well, yeah, but I mean, the fact that there's a lot of like nerve endings and stuff in those areas for both men and women,
Yep.
it's, extremely painful.
See,
But
I think it's scary. Like because kicking a girl in the crotch would be really weird because I'd be worried about my foot getting stuck. I, uh, I always like to make that joke, but yeah,
Oops, fish now.
because I remember when I was shooting I was doing a short with my friends years ago. We were going to do a nut shot as one of the one of the skits, and my buddy, I was the target, and my buddy was the kicker, and he fucked up. He doesn't know where his legs are in 3D space, I guess, and and it was cold out. It was I want to say it was like November, or maybe
So, like,
February or
snow.
something. It was cold. It's probably in Canada. That year was like, I think we were getting to like 15, 20 below. I think on that day we were only like maybe 10 or 15 below.
Damn.
Definitely cold, but like could have been worse. But it's still that cold. That's when I learned, like, oh my god, that's so much worse.
Oh, cool! It gets worse.
Oh, cool! It gets worse. Woo! It's a medic. Get him! Get his ass. Oop! What the fuck was it aiming on that one? Holy shit! Oh no! It's a shame you weren't here before, Pladsy. We were doing a giveaway this last week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you missed out on that.
I hope that guy likes that game, because it's a pretty cool one. The guy that won.
So did you make sure he got the game?
Yep. I emailed him the link, and then he emailed me back.
Sweet.
You missed out on a bunch of lore, yes. Yes. Now we've got the our second counselor revealed. I'm really proud of the model. I think it turned out really nicely.
I love it. It's perfect.
Okay, well, I wouldn't go that far, because there's a lot I want to tweak about it. I'm not perfectly happy with it. But
I really like it,
yeah.
and I'm fucking very easily impressed, I guess.
No, I think it is. I think it's really good. I'm always trying to improve and get better at my work and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're very critical of yourself, in a good way and in a bad way, I guess, at times, right? So.
Yeah, almost to a fault, really. Like, I mean, I'm a perfectionist. I've always been a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I found that out about myself when I was actually quite young, and there's three letters that float across your mind whenever you hear someone tell you that you're a perfectionist. It's just OCD, and then.
Wow, I actually do have that. Ooh.
Yeah, years later, I finally got diagnosed. It's like, I wasn't even sure that I had it, because it's like, all I really thought of was like, yeah, I'm kind of like obsessive, I guess, about stuff, but I didn't really understand OCD, and of course you see dramatizations of it in, like, As Good as It Gets or something like that. The movies, basically, you'll see dramatizations, and I'm like, I'm not like that, but they're not really accurate to what the experience of anything is.
Well, because I had people telling me in my life, oh no, you can't be OCD because you're not, like, ultra clean, and I'm like, that's not it. That's not what OCD really is. It's a gross generalization. Because that's really not all of what it is. It's only one portion of it.
I thought that depression was sadness, right? Which it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I couldn't be depressed because I'm more angry than I am sad. And as it turns out, angry outbursts are a symptom of depression.
Wow, who would have thought? Holy shit.
Imagine.
Yeah.
And I've largely left a lot of that behind. But there's also, like, there's also discussions nowadays about how boys are sort of conditioned as they grow up to have more of an expression of anger than women typically.
Yeah.
Like, anger. I mean, and anger is a natural emotion. A lot of people don't like anger, and I don't blame them. But anger is a natural emotion. It's a primary emotion.
in
There's a lot of what?
certain cultures and stuff. There's a lot of machismo in certain cultures.
Yeah.
That's expected due to like gendered roles and whatnot.
Yeah,
not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it is a fact.
Well, and anger is one of those things that like it manifests it can manifest in a much more destructive way than most other emotions.
Oh yeah.
So it's people definitely are more turned off by the presence of an emotion like that than they are most others. So. I got an ice cap today, and I'm really excited about it. I love these.
Oh my god.
Someone set me up, I'm sure of it. The feds are too much on me.
Hello?
Way more than those mingebag wankers could dig up. Someone ratted. Someone
Did you?
and I'm gonna find out who.
God, wait, did I?
No, it ain't gonna
Yes.
be easy. No
Cut out again. God damn it.
is right.
Yeah, you keep putting it out.
Yeah, I think it's because my laptop's kind of overheating a little bit, but
Oh,
not really much I can do. It's on a desk, so.
so you tuned into a political Payday 2 stream, not the meaning and review of the famous Disney movie Inside Out. I've never seen that movie.
Inside Out.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's mid. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not the best that they've ever made, right? Because you're going up against Up and like Ratatouille and Wall-E. You can't really compare Inside Out.
Yeah, I know what it's about, but yeah, I saw like one scene from it, and I'm like, wow, the characters don't act like their emotions. Nice. Okay, cool. Anyways.
It's kind of funny though, because I think that you actually would like the movie and some of its themes, because the whole point of Inside Out 1 is that, it's about the emotions of Riley and, the main kid and how she's moved and everything, and then she gets introduced to a new emotion, sadness, and joy, being the first emotion, is really against sadness existing and tries to suppress her. And that's the whole, that's where the base of the conflict occurs.
So she goes and suffocates her.
Basically. And it's funny because we talk about toxic positivity on this channel and stuff all the time, and I think you would really enjoy that theme of toxic positivity, because joy is very much like the embodiment of joy in Warframe in a very similar sense.
Well, and that's the thing, is that like it would have stiff competition from Deviri, because like so there's a key card over here, by the way. Because as short as the story is in Deviri, it is still a very poignant, well-written depiction of of toxic positivity.
Yeah, it's honestly like, I would say Inside Out at least is worth a watch once, and then if you want to watch it again and watch the sequels because you like it, by all means go ahead. I might rewatch it one more time, but I think I've only seen it once, and it was honestly like, I don't know, it was okay, because like I saw it when I saw it with my high school boyfriend, which was a fucking stupid idea for a fucking date, because I was already really nervous. And then on top of that, I'm sitting here crying in the fucking seat next to him. Like, come on. We couldn't have seen some other movie that wasn't going to make me cry on, like, the first date. What was this, the time when I went on my first date with a woman, and we got the times mixed up. We were supposed to see fucking Ragnarok, and instead we watched Coco, and I had to sit there crying next to her, and she did not call me back.
Oh, God. But yeah, that's kind of the funny thing too, is like this stream is definitely a political stream, so we talk about that stuff a lot too. But we also talk a lot about everything else, because we're just sharing, filling the time.
Yeah. Especially like when there's not like a whole lot of new news coming out. Like, I think the only thing that we haven't really talked much about on stream that's in the new news is like Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning, which I think is like a really bad sign. I
think, but it's I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what it means yet, and I mean, I didn't really pay much attention to her before, anyways. The only time that I'd ever really seen her speak ever was on Capitol Hill when they had the press conference with the victims.
Yeah, and then, you know, she's basically saying that Trump is the reason why, or I don't know if she's explicitly saying it, but she's basically insinuating that, like, because she spoke out against Trump being hesitant at first to release the Epstein files, that's a big reason why she's resigning, because she just probably feels a bit disenfranchised. I get it, but also, like, this also could just be because she's a politician. You know, in the end, she's a politician. This might just be a ploy for her to end up becoming governor of, I think, Georgia is where she's from.
So
who knows?
Georgia, yeah.
Point. Yeah. Oh wow!
She's gonna
First try.
storm Stone Mountain. I've always wanted to see Stone Mountain in person. I thought it was cool.
Is that in Georgia?
Yep. Have you not heard of Stone Mountain? Really?
I guess not. I've only been to Georgia a few times, so...
Yeah, so Stone Mountain is basically a gigantic boulder that is split in half, that is just in Georgia.
Oh, that's cool.
Near Atlanta, I think. It has a big mural carved into the side of it. I think it's General E. Lee, and Robert E. Lee, and like some Confederates. I think I could be wrong. Been a while since I've checked it out, but yeah, because my mom's from Florida, right? And she lived in Georgia for part of her life and stuff too. And so when I was a kid, I was really interested in that stuff because it was so far away from where I grew up, right? That I was like curious about it and stuff, and I always thought it would be cool to see. Because, like, you think of a mountain, you think of, like, you know, a terrain of, you know, rock and dirt going up at a pretty steep angle. Instead, this one just looks like a big fucking boulder. It's just a big gray rock. It's massive and has this huge carving on the side. It's awesome.
That's funny, because that's kind of like, have you heard of Half Dome in Yosemite?
No.
You'll have to look it up. It's a beautiful mountain, but it literally looks like it was a boulder that was cut in half. Like, it does not look like an actual mountain. I've been to Yosemite several times. I love that. That's my favorite national park. Haven't been in like 10 plus years, but I have a lot of great memories going there as a kid for like family reunions and whatnot. But those family reunions, I think, stopped because of like a whole bunch of stuff with like, I think forest fires was like a big one, and then there was like, I think mudslides and like the fucking, like, they just had a lot of problems. Beautiful place though. I love the great outdoors. Like, if I could live in a hut in the woods that you know, also had Wi-Fi somehow, and also had easy access to the city if I needed to. Yeah, yeah. That had a... It'd be a good time. Yeah, I'd like to live in the great outdoors without having to worry about the great outdoors.
Yeah.
Basically,
I want all the positives about the great outdoors and none of the drawbacks.
Basically, yeah. Like giant bugs, bears trying to eat my food,
mosquitoes from Jumanji, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no. Did Cash Patel get here yet, or
Nope.
did I hallucinate that? Okay.
Not yet. Yeah, no, I think Stone Mountain's kind of hilarious, too, because if it is General Lee, which I'm pretty sure it is, it's a monument to him that people wouldn't be able to try and take down for it being, you know, unsavory or whatever to modern tastes. Though they might try to vandalize it. I mean, look at all the stuff that happened in the UK with like the Stop Oil protests or whatever,
Yeah.
where they were defacing fucking Stonehenge.
Well, it's so stupid too, because it's like those Frenchies who fucking like threw oil or threw like paint on, famous paintings like the Mona Lisa and stuff. It's like, how is that helping your cause? Real paints have nothing to do with actual oil. Plus, this was made like in the 1800s. Like, what are you on?
Yeah, well, and the thing is, to me, right, is that like when I see something like that, because I've known plenty of like activists in my life. I'm not much of an activist myself. Obviously, this is a protest stream of sorts, but I've known a lot of activists in my life, and most of them are fucking retarded. But
Yeah.
they're not so dumb that they would do something like that. Like because again, like there's no logic that you could follow that would lead to this is a good idea to do for my protest, right? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything. Like it's like, yeah, you stick it to the man, the rich people, or whatever, I guess. But like, it's so like you're going to jail for nothing at that point, right? Like it's not going to do anything. But anyways, that's when you start to like think like what were they thinking? And is this just some ploy from some group that doesn't actually give a shit about this to just sow civil unrest? Because that's what it kind of reads as.
So like a false flag almost.
Yeah, sort of like a false flag operation. Just something where they're just trying to cause problems to cause problems.
Drum up
Yeah.
24-hour news cycle.
Yeah, it's like Marilyn Manson talking about fucking when the whole Columbine shit happened, and he was being interviewed about it and stuff, and he's like, like, how weird is it that on the same day that this happened, the U.S. dropped more bombs on this one place than they ever have in history. But nobody's talking about that. We're talking about this thing that happened here. It seems like it seems weirdly convenient, and I'm like, dude was smart.
Yeah,
I know he got accused of abuse though too, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it is a weird coincidence. I don't know if I believe that was actually a false flag, just because
I don't think so, but it's what's being covered. It's what being paid attention to in the country, right? It's like weird.
Yeah.
But they're demonizing. But the thing is, like, they go from this thing that happened at this school to let's demonize Marilyn Manson and video games and stuff to, like say that they're the causes of stuff like this, and that Marilyn Manson, he's a monster, right? But they're not even going to talk about the president dropping bombs like crazy. Like it's just it's who's really got the more influence, right? Like it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, Captain's here.
Yeah, he's going to show up down below in a second here. I'm in the perfect vantage point to drop a lot of Molotovs on him. I'm very excited. If he'll ever get in the door. Oh, there's one. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, they're coming. They're just taking their sweet ass time.
Haha.
Shield shouldn't have gotten up
Oh,
this
they
morning.
are done. They are donezo.
There will be accountability.
We've gotten really efficient at killing them.
Yes. Shit, I need to get a fucking...
Oop. I'll be damned, they backed off.
I don't mean to holler at you, but...
I can't. I'm hoping that that at the Game Awards or something we hear more about. Well, I have certain things that I want from the Game Awards this year. I want to hear more about Light No Fire.
Yes, yes. I think we will. I think we will.
Maybe. And I'm hoping, like, I want to hear more about Den of Wolves.
Yes, God. I hope that that would be awesome. Fuck. Oh, duh. Fucking, I'm stupid.
And I'm curious if, like, Absalom is going to win, like, indie game of the year. Like,
Yeah,
I doubt that it would, but it'd be interesting.
Well, because, like, I don't understand why Expedition 33 is in that fucking category. Like, if that gets best indie game, but also best game of the year, I think that's kind of a that's just kind of a shit move.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how fucking much money it's made and stuff. Like, that is
But it is an indie game.
not a company. Is it?
Yeah. I mean, the difference is, though, is that it's not like a breakout indie game from like an experienced dev. It's an indie game because it's made by this one guy who made it in his spare time while he was working at Ubisoft. Made it as a separate project, right? So, what's really weird, and this is the thing. Like, I want to play Expedition 33. I think it looks like it'd be up my alley. But I also am kind of turned off from it a little bit from some of the discourse I've seen around it. There are some people online who are so obnoxious about this game, in both hating it and loving it. There's obnoxious people, and a lot of people who say who love this game are not the kind of people I would trust on a game review, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like a lot of mainstream audiences like this game, which is not usually a good sign. I hate to offend the normies, but it's not exactly a ringing endorsement.
It was the same problem with Baldur's Gate. You know, it was introduced to a huge audience, and there are some really great fans of that game. And then a bunch of really shitty fucking fans from basically every fucking side of the fandom who they didn't ruin the game for me, because I don't think that could be possible, but
no way in hell.
It was still hard to have to fucking put up with them, though.
Oh yeah.
Like the worst one usually being either the Ascended Astarian girlies who basically are fetishizing domestic abuse and sex trafficking and shit.
Okay, I got the server if you want to grab the door.
Sweet, yeah. And then you also have on the opposite side of the spectrum, you have some of the more toxic Will fans who say that the entire, like, you know, they censor Astarian's name, and then they censor Larian and shit because and call Larian fucking racist because Will doesn't have more lines and stuff, even though the whole point of him not having enough stuff is because of mostly scheduling issues, probably, and has nothing to do with the fact that Will is black. And I think that's a really gross. It's just using racism as a fucking bug when real racism does fucking exist.
Well, and tell me how it's racist to have one character have slightly less fleshed out of lore compared to the others when you have actual fucking fantasy fictional races in there too, who have very fleshed out stories, like Karlach or Lae'zel, Lae'zel is core to the fucking plot in a certain sense. Not as core as Shadowheart. Shadowheart is the character, well, Shadowheart and Gale are probably the two most important companion characters in the entirety of Baldur's Gate, because if Gale dies, the whole world blows up, and and Shadowheart has the artifact that allows you to, allows the story to happen in the first place. Yeah. But the artifact also has within it something related to Lae'zel. So tangentially, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have all these races, and but like, it's really just that, like, and you also think about like who the main character of the story is supposed to be. Obviously, the player character, which is a custom character, but the intended main character is Dirge. Yeah. And what is Dirge? What is the Dirge? Who is the Dirge? The Dirge by default is a Dragonborn, which is a fantasy race, but can be any race. Your Dark Urge can be whatever you want it to be, and they're the most central character to the story in terms of the lore and following up on the previous games in the franchise. So you can't pull, in my opinion, you can't pull the race card. You just can't. And yeah, I know, like, because I know, like, oh well, Lae'zel and Karlach are voiced by not black people, like, but
is Karlach is Samantha Bayard not white? Like, I'm
pretty sure she's white. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't know, throwing race into a fucking fantasy game is really stupid because fucking white on black human racism does not fucking exist in D&D. I'm sorry. Like, the new black people in D&D are tieflings, mostly. Or orcs. But mostly it's tieflings.
Yeah, well, because you look at some of the most hated races in the Dungeons and Dragons universe, like lore wise. You have Drow, Dwergar.
Yes.
You could say Deep Gnomes to a certain extent, but they're hated in a different way and by different people generally than
they're subjugated by like everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun.
And Tieflings, because they're literally fucking from hell, which is super. I think that's super interesting. I like that there's so much depth to what the Tieflings are. And yeah, I think orcs are probably hated quite a bit too. I would say bugbears too, goblins.
Yeah, because all of those are usually considered evil races, and so it's like when you play as Drow and as like a Dwergar mainly. I think you also face this as a half orc too, but most of the racism you face is, is being like a Drow. Like, people immediately assume you're gonna kill them.
Yeah,
which you might, or you might not. Yeah, because especially if you're a female Drow, you're met with fucking terror and fear because the future is female with them, I guess.
Yeah. That's like
an actual
thing. What's that?
An actual matriarchy.
Yeah.
Also, people getting mad. Like, there are a bunch of Drow fans who were mad that they created, like, the different versions, like Lolthsworn versus Saladrin Drow. And people are fucking mad about those terms existing. It's like, sorry? This isn't fucking D&D. Yeah, Seldarine, or however you pronounce it. Because I've seen people about that and being like, "Oh, it's not D&D lore accurate." I'm like, "Well, this isn't D&D. This isn't the fucking it's a completely different game that is based around Baldur's or D&D, but Baldur's Gate is a completely separate thing. It's why backgrounds don't play much of a role in Baldur's Gate. You get inspiration from having certain backgrounds, but you miss out on like tool proficiencies. Languages sometimes can come from backgrounds. Like other traits that certain backgrounds can have. Like if you're a criminal, I guess a better example would be like Folk Hero has a background where you're basically welcomed everywhere you go, and people know your name, and you can basically get free room and board if you try hard enough. That stuff isn't available in Baldur's Gate, which is fine. I am okay with that because Baldur's Gate has made up for it in so many other different ways that it doesn't fucking matter. Also, completely okay with the fact that is not as bad of a thing in Baldur's Gate as it is in D&D.
What isn't as bad of a thing?
Encumbrance isn't as bad in as it is in D&D. Because, like, as a player, like, I could get encumbered extremely fucking easy, but in Baldur's Gate, it's really not that. It's You just can't open up the car lock, and it's usually fine.
Yeah, like honestly, the only thing I really have a problem with Baldur's Gate 3 is Wizards of the Coast.
Yes.
Like it mostly comes down to them. Like because like I'm sad that there's not a game master mode. But there's
Yeah,
not a game
that part-
master mode because fucking Wizards of the Coast said no. Fuck them.
Yeah.
They didn't want anything competing with their live tabletop bullshit or whatever. Like, eat 1,000 dicks. I fucking hate Wizards of the Coast, dude.
Yeah, it's really fucked up, and the fact that Larian is probably not gonna make another Baldur's Gate game because of them too, and didn't make more like DLC and stuff because of them, or also just because they were just done with the IP, which is completely fair. But I think a lot of it did have to do with the fact that Wizards of the Coast stuff's balls.
Yeah,
Actual balls.
And Larian is a classy company that isn't going to say that outright, per se. And I think that's respectable from them. I think that I totally understand them not wanting to necessarily throw the people who let them use their IP under the bus. But because that IP also inspired them to make the games that they make in the first place, largely. So I credit where it's due, I guess. And but now we're probably going to get a Baldur's Gate 4 from a different company, and it's probably going to be atrocious. I think it'll probably be one of the most insulting, worthless pieces of shit cash grab games that might ever be made. Like, I honestly think it could rival Daikatana's impact in terms of horribleness. So, I'm confused. I don't think Plazi's here anymore, but I don't think they're tuned in anymore. But I'm definitely a little confused because they were saying that they tuned into a political Payday 2 stream, not the meaning and review of the famous Disney movie Inside Out, and didn't really talk after that. And I'm like, I guess I'm curious if like the idea is that they want us to just talk about politics and only politics on the stream. Maybe because I've been wondering about that too. Like with these streams, like are people expecting that it's going to be political exclusively all the time, and are disappointed that it isn't?
Which is usually the opposite. People usually hate when, people talk about politics and stuff on streams.
Right, but if you click on a stream that's clearly about a political topic, and the people in that stream aren't talking about that topic actively, is that disappointing for some people? I mean, not like ultimately, I'm not going to change the content in that way because like what we're doing, like, are we gonna say the exact same things every day for 124 days straight, which is how long the stream series has been happening, or are we going to do something, more than just that? And am I going to have, other points of discussion, other things I want to talk about? Because one of the big things is that with the streaming schedule and stuff, I haven't had as much time to spend doing like my pre-recorded content, my scripted content. So where I talk about a lot of the other talking points that I want to discuss, and so instead I've been talking about those things on stream because I still want to talk about them, but I don't have my pre-recorded content, right? I don't know.
I think it is kind of silly to be mad that we aren't talking about politics 100% of the time. But also, like, if you want to join in on the conversation, just hype it out. Ask us our fucking opinions on stuff.
Well, yeah, and
if we're apparently off topic.
Yeah, and because I'll never ignore chat. generally speaking, I'll just like we don't have a lot of chatters like overloading the chat, so if people have questions or things they want to talk about, I will respond to people in chat every time. So
Because
if
it's
you want
easy
to
to
change,
keep up for smaller creators.
yeah, if you want to change what we're talking about, you can interject with whatever, right? Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna know that unless people are talking about it. Like, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird to be that frustrated or disappointed by it.
It's a little silly to me, but well, because I thought the person who commented that was mad that we were being political because they wanted to see fucking Payday 2 stuff. So I'm just confused.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I could imagine like there's not a lot of people who stream Payday 2 anymore, and so I can imagine if you're looking for Payday 2 streaming content, maybe you'd be disappointed that one of the people who's consistently doing it is not doing it because it's Payday, but because it just happened to be the right vehicle for this particular protest. But it's not like we hide it. It's not like it's not in the title of every stream that this is what we're discussing. So I can't imagine somebody coming to the stream and being disappointed we are talking about politics, but I imagine there might be people who are disappointed when they come here and we're not talking about politics. But how many times have we had people come into chat and ask me about political opinions? Like we had it happen a few times, like people talking about Trump and stuff, even though I don't really talk about Trump on the stream.
Yeah, which is funny because, like, our stuff usually has nothing to do with Trump. We
Yeah,
bring
it wouldn't
up
matter who the sitting president was. It's just a matter of getting this stuff released, honestly.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess I can understand the jump in logic because of how Trump has acted in the past with people, with him saying, "Oh, like we're still talking about this creep, like we need to let this go" and stuff, and then him flip flopping and all that. But it's like he's never like in the thumbnails, he's never in the titles, like. Maybe once or twice he's been in the titles and stuff, but like I like that is not the point of why we are here most of the time. Like we will bring it up if it's relevant to the case, but most of the time he's not, so it doesn't matter. Like we're not here just to fucking like hate Trump and all that. We're here to try to raise awareness to the
It's just to
government,
keep the conversation
sides.
alive.
Exactly.
Really about the files, because there needs to be accountability. There needs to be people being held responsible and punished for doing these horrific things that are like so widespread.
The truth needs to come out.
Oh, that's what I needed to do. I needed to put an HDR in this scene. Oops. So I should have some HDRs in my textures folder. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to make good content here, and I'm not really like I'm not really into the idea of being captured by my audience and kind of told uh,
Like,
like just held beholden to one specific like type of content or discussion topics uh, in my streams. It's not gonna fly. I'm not gonna do that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some waba or some
Okay.
water.
This is like this capelet is showing a lot darker than it normally does. I know I changed the color space and everything, but I'm almost feeling like I should just switch back to the previous color space I had because this is awkward. It looks really weird. Yeah, I can just do AGX HDR. That looks fine. This capelet's still really dark, but it's fine. I'm glad they have so much more control over color spaces in Blender nowadays, though. It's really, really nice. Chipping in. Welcome back. Sari's bald, I'm sorry.
No. Her hair.
I literally have to turn off my hair curves when I'm working so that it doesn't completely slow the program down, because as much more efficient as they are than hair particles, they're still not easy to render.
Yeah, no doubt.
Chipping in, chipping in. Sheen roughness, sheen opacity. Are you real? So you wanted a profile picture of your model, right?
Just something that I can use on Discord.
Hmm.
I'll probably use it on Facebook too, but ooh. I want to string up AI quote-unquote artists by their thumbs, medieval style.
I fuck with it. A bit aggressive. Yeah, well,
Not aggressive enough.
yeah, I don't think it's quite as aggressive as it needs to be,
No.
frankly. Also, welcome to the stream, Maru. Good to see you, buddy. Doing okay. How about you, man? Hell yeah. You gonna play some TimeSplitters at some point? I've been really loving that game recently. I have to get a game going with all of us in chat.
What game?
TimeSplitters.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be downloading it once I get back to my actual computer.
TimeSplitters is so it's TimeSplitters Rewind. It's a community-made fan game compiling all the TimeSplitters games together. It's a first-person shooter series, very like arcadey from the PS2 era, and so they made an HD like collection of just various things from it, and it's completely free too. It's fucking nuts. But it's a lot of fun, just running around shooting each other with rocket launchers and shit. It's fantastic. I love it. Your internet's been out since Sunday using your mobile data? Holy shit.
That's terrible, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, you guys seem to have some serious internet issues out there sometimes. From time to time.
Yeah. Just blame it on the ghost of Margaret Thatcher. It should work.
There you go. Something with the fiber optic lines? Oh, yeah. They're putting fiber out here where I live now. Don't know.
Is it a good or bad?
But... What's that?
Is that a good or bad thing?
Fiber's good. Fiber's always good. They've been trying to do fiber to the prem for a while, but a lot of companies keep backing out of doing it. Cannibal of fiber optic point.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Perfect for our thingy. Finally.
I need to open Photoshop.
Photo shoot.
I was discussing with someone too. We're talking because earlier you and I were talking about like Baldur's Gate 3 and how the fans can be kind of toxic. And another thing that kind of strikes me about it is like how there's like it's really bad with Souls fans too, and a lot of people like just hating on Baldur's Gate 3 for existing, I guess, being popular. They're mad that it's turn-based, to say it's outdated or whatever. It's just absurd. But I've been having this discussion with someone on Twitter recently about, what's more innovative, Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate 3, and I think Baldur's Gate 3 is more innovative. Like, I love Elden Ring. I think it's a great game. But innovation-wise, it's nothing really new to the games industry per se. It's just more iterating on its own formula, which is fine, and it's made it a great and much more accessible game from Software. But Baldur's Gate 3 innovates in gaming in ways that we haven't really seen much of before. Like, one of the things like improvised weapons, being able to pick up any object or person that you can lift and use them as either a melee weapon or a thrown weapon. The sheer depth of the combat system and strategy involved. A full four-player co-op campaign from start to finish, with interweaving fucking storylines, and the fact that people can be doing multiple things at once and you don't all have to be, in the same spot always. And it's just, it really is an amazing expansion on what we've known from RPGs, really. And this person's trying to say, but like, they first try to say that I've clearly never played Elden Ring, because the only thing I'm referencing from Elden Ring is that it has a jump button, and I'm like, sure, man, I guess I've never played Elden Ring. I don't have 860 hours in the game and all the achievements, and beat Radon with no summons and only claws. I don't know.
Yeah, but you didn't do Millennia on your first try at level 0 with no armor or weapons or summons or blood slash with your dick.
Yeah, on a dance pad while playing on another. While playing a second copy of the game on a fucking Guitar Hero controller. But it like,
so dumb.
I think the biggest thing is that I look at like market replacements, right? Because one of the things that's difficult about like GTA, as much as I dog on GTA for being an obnoxiously poorly designed game in a lot of ways, there's not really a market replacement for it. There's nothing else out there that's quite GTA. And the same thing was the problem with Pokemon. There's not really a market replacement for Pokemon, or at least there wasn't until Pal World came. And now Pal World can fill that gap for people who don't like Pokemon. Or are tired of Pokemon, or just whatever, right? With Elden Ring, I don't think Elden Ring carved a new niche in the market. I think Elden Ring is an expansion on the previous games from Software's library, but not with things that were really sorely lacking in the game industry. Because obviously, open world has been a craze for over a decade now. Everybody's done open world. It's not really new. Jumping, again, been around. It's not really new. Power stancing, it was in Dark Souls 2. It wasn't very good then, but it was in there.
That was the best thing to come out of Dark Souls 2, though.
Yeah. There's guard counters, but that was in Sekiro, and of course Devil May Cry has had similar mechanics. Monster Hunter has similar mechanics. For me, if I wanted to play something like Elden Ring, but I didn't feel like playing Elden Ring again, I could boot up any Dark Souls game and be happy, because it scratches the same itch. Baldur's Gate, I could go back and play Divinity Original Sin 2, but it doesn't scratch the same itch. It's great. They're great games, but they are very distinct, in my opinion. I think that there's... Yeah, I don't think I've ever known a game that is even close to being market replacement for Baldur's Gate 3.
No.
That's what I mean, is the innovation is that Baldur's Gate 3 has given us something, a style of game that just doesn't exist anywhere else. There's plenty of other RPGs out there, but none of them are Baldur's Gate 3. They just aren't.
No.
And maybe Expedition 33 is close. I don't know. I haven't played it, but Baldur's Gate 3 is a fucking masterpiece.
Yes. It is the best game of the 2020s. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just a glazer. I can't think of much that is better than that game.
Mm-hmm.
There is not much that compares.
Yeah, and won't exist because Larian are done with D&D. Yeah, I mean, Larian are moving on to another project, and I'm curious to see what they do with it. But, because, if Larian made a fucking Baldur's Gate 3 style or Divinity Original Sin style of game in the Cyberpunk universe, oh my god.
Oh boy, it would be over.
Oh, I would be so happy. Because what's that?
He's already creaming.
Yeah. See, because that's the thing is, I love Cyberpunk 2077. I think it's an amazing game. I've loved it since day one. I love the DLC. I even love the 2.0. I think it was improvements across the board. But don't say Larian CP would be sick. That's no.
No, let's spell it out this time, champs. We don't need to abbreviate everything.
Yeah, but
we don't need to abbreviate everything, Twin.
But the thing that I think is most missing about Cyberpunk 2077 from the tabletop game is the party system. You don't have a party. You don't have other people with you. You don't even have companions or followers or anything like you would in Skyrim or something. As shallow of a mechanic as that was, you don't even have that in Cyberpunk, which I think is... It's difficult. I mean, I think ultimately it made more sense probably to make it fully single player with no companions or anything. And, I mean, they were running out of dev time anyways because they were being rushed across the board. But
yeah. I
do think it would be sick to have a full multiplayer co-op experience for Cyberpunk in gaming. Something, more akin to the tabletop. Wonder if they could do Shadowrun. I think that would be interesting too, actually. Because Shadowrun's been around for a long time. It's another, dystopian cyberpunk kind of futuristic thing, but it has fantasy elements as well, like Maru's saying.
Uh-huh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just love... I love RPGs. We don't get enough of them.
Honest? They're great.
Well, and RPGs have been we've gotten a lot of watered down shit in recent memory, and it gets really...
It gets old.
Yeah, it gets tiring. I want a little bit more depth.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I loved Baldur's Gate so much, because... And I was telling this to my younger sister, so My younger sister is a huge fan of Baldur's Gate, and I'm so happy because I think that was my main gift to her. It was like a birthday, Christmas gift combined to her, and she loves the game so much, and she's finding just as much replayability as I have, and it's just so nice to see like a loved one really enjoy the same things that you do, and something that you kind of, I wouldn't say I really got her into it, but I got the game for her, so that's a bragging point for me, I guess. But it is just really nice, and you know, getting to like see the same amount of joy that it's bringing her as it brought me and still brings me, and me like, you know, able to see like, because like, even now, and I told her this, like I have been playing the game since early access, what, 2020 I think, 2021 maybe. It was like a couple of years before the actual, because I was playing on Stadia, mind you. The first time I had played it, Dakota got the game for me for my birthday or anniversary on Stadia. So I've been playing early access on Stadia.
Crazy to think of, honestly.
Yeah, it's because it's been that long that I've been obsessed with this game, and just seeing how much it's grown. And even now, even though I've been playing the game for that long, I'm still finding stuff that I did not know existed. Like Easter eggs and other like surprise things that like I didn't know about. Because you think that you know the game, but then you do another replay and you play a different route and on a different race and class, and you're like, oh wait, this actually has like significance to the plot in this way, but I would not have known that if I had just played the same way I did before. So it's just so cool. Like, that's when you know you have a good game, is when it changes every single fucking time you play it, and even after like years of playing the game, you still are finding new things about it, and you like fall in love with the game all over again because you're like, oh my god, this is actually so clever. How did I miss this before? This is amazing. I will give Ben Vinky my firstborn child.
Yeah, rip Stadia for sure. Yeah, it's just like the amount of love that went into that game, and not having played the original Baldur's Gate games, but learning about the context of those games and how the Baldur's Gate 3 story fits into those and references those is insane. It's so like it's clear that the developers of Baldur's Gate 3 played the originals. they know them well, because the way they progress the lore and everything is just astonishing.
It's just amazing. Love that game. Can't glaze it enough.
Yeah, for real.
So good. And that's so funny too, because like it's like I said, you know, earlier when we were talking about like horrible fandoms and stuff, like even the worst of the worst from that group, the ones who like send death threats to like people I know on Twitter and stuff over having a quote unquote wrong opinion or making a joke, even those people can't drive me away from that game because it's that damn good. Like, yeah, even the cringe Astarion fangirls can't keep me away. Sorry, twin. How about you start digging in your butt? How about you start digging in your soul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upgrade your soul, bitch.
Download your soul. You wouldn't download a soul into a drive and then put it into someone else's head and then have them get shot in the head and then the thing malfunctions. And it starts like taking over your own brain, and like you're basically possessed by a hot rocker who died like 50 years ago.
Possessed.
I gotta get the job application.
Sounds like a game I played. Yeah, no, I don't know if you were there for that, Madu, when I was talking about how somebody was saying that the lesson from Cyberpunk 2077 was not that Secure Your Soul program was a bad idea. It was that you shouldn't steal from a big corporation. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
That's so stupid. I love that media literacy is so fucking dead in the water.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that was like an
What the-
AI bro too, who just had no idea about the real world.
That's so funny. Yeah, bro did not play the game. And it's funny because I was reading that guy's post and like look, I'm pretty sure this was the same guy, looking through his like replies and stuff, and it's just double, triple, quadrupling down. Like the dude is actually mentally deficient.
Mm-hmm.
He's an actual retard. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
The
Did
fucking
you
fun
know?
fact. Tell me the fun fact.
Tell me. I suck a penis down, down. Suck a dick. I am in pain. Yeah, sorry. For those who don't know, I'm also, since we're not playing Payday anymore, I'm playing Animal Crossing since I'm. It feels like every single time I travel, I get back into Animal Crossing for like a millisecond, and then once I get home, I like don't touch it for like a year. But it's funny because like, there's a lot of stuff that I still need to do in Animal Crossing.
Hey, welcome back, Cottonmouth Leaf.
Hey, welcome to the club.
I'm doing dumb stuff today.
Doing dumb shit.
Some of it acting dumb, I think.
I'm acting dumb, I think.
Something about repeating a tard, I think.
It was funny. I tried to explain that inside joke to my family, and I think they were just really confused.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
My
'cause I was
TikTok
like-
link is dead. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't actually use TikTok. I should probably fix that though. Madu says he doesn't understand the joke either. Yeah, well.
Thank you. Something about acting sus, I think.
How am I today? I am doing pretty good. A little tired, but getting a lot of work done. Oh wow, that's I totally fucked this point up, didn't I? Okay, there we go. Just pull that out a little bit. This is looking terrible. I'm very shocked by my incompetence. How you doing today, Cottonmouth Leaf? How did I... This is why I shouldn't do things at an angle. I should probably just start them... I should probably just do them like normal. I am making a backdrop for an image I'm rendering for Cass here. So I'm doing a moon, but... Doing good, just bouncing around? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to play some TimeSplitters in a bit because TimeSplitters Rewind came out 2 days ago, and it's really fucking good. It really does feel like the old TimeSplitters, and I am here for that. That's what I signed up for. And I might try to contribute at some point to the development because there's a lot still to add, and they need the help for sure. So, and I got the skills. I got some skills at least. Something about splitting time, I think, exactly. God, why is the Payday 2 soundtrack so fucking excellent? Simon Vicklin is an unsung hero. Okay, so
He's
now I
just
can
awesome.
fix this. It doesn't need a stroke. I might have a stroke.
I need a stroke.
You might try the Shadowrun games. You should do that. Actually, like I've heard that there's one that was really fucking good too, from like ages ago, but I don't remember what system. Okay, there we go. That's starting to look a little bit closer to what I want. Just gonna bring these closer. There we go. Boopy doo doo doo.
Boop-a-doop, boop, 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 boop. Digga-digga-digga-digga-digga.
Oh god. So I'm probably going to add more points because this is feeling a little bit too... putting too much strain on the individual points here. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, that's way better. Get rid of that middle point here. And turn that out and then... Oop, goddamn. Just screwing everything up apparently. See, that's a problem too, because that's not supposed to have a handle. The Oop. Oh my god. Come on. There we go. Oh. My god. There we go. Do 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 do.
Phenomeno.
Okay, and this can probably be pulled in just a tad to get rid of that harsh incline there, and then it'll look good. And then I can spin this a little bit. It's supposed to be a little bit stylized. Okay. And then see what I got for brushes. Actually, that might do what I need. Oop. You just bought them? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one I'll need to change my brush settings a little bit. Let's see. And then a little bit of scatter. And for shape dynamics, no, not shape dynamics, brush tip shape, I need to increase my spacing. There we go. Probably won't even be able to see on stream what I'm actually doing in this step because I'm trying to, it's very subtle, but I'm going to add a little bit more texture to this. I'm going to drop it down just a tad. There we go. Then what we do is switch this to multiply. And then I can drop my opacity down a little bit on some of these, make the effect even more subtle. Okay, right there. And then this one is going to drop down to 2. It's not going to matter too much, but I just want to have it well within my control here. Okay. Hey, Madhu.
What's up, gangsters?
What's up, man?
Living the dream, homie.
Nice one.
Your internet still giving you trouble?
I'm using my mobile data.
Yeah.
And does the job. Yeah, I don't fucking... It's been out since fucking Sunday, but it wasn't great on Saturday either, which was weird. But, something about fiber optic, I think.
Something about fiber optic, I think.
I like say that all the time, but like not even like something about X, I think. Fuck's it. Unless he was messaging me.
That homo.
Being... Join us.
Ooh, fuck. There we go.
Alright, I just got this Shadowrun game, so let's see if it's any good.
Hopefully.
I heard they're good. There's at least this trilogy that's on Steam.
I want to say there was a machinima made with one of the Shadowrun games.
Oh my god, I minimized the game now. I don't know how to fucking maximize it. That's a good start.
Well.
Can I drag Alessio in here?
Oh, yeah, you should be able to. Does he
All
have
right.
permissions? He probably doesn't.
I don't think so.
Yeah, just
I'll
make
just
sure
tell him
he
to
does
join
not.
General. I'll drag him.
I'll make sure to give him permissions too, because I've totally been all over the place with that shit.
Crimson Point.
Kindle. There we go.
What's up, gangster?
Hello. Evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, gangster, to the gang. What?
I wonder how many people in our Discord think that I'm like intentionally excluding them from this chat, because it's definitely not the case.
Yeah.
I just don't have my role set up very well.
Understandable. I was going through my Discord. I was going through my Discord a few days ago, and I was just like updating some roles, and I accidentally like sent 2 people random links to 2 random Discords. I was like, sorry, I didn't mean to send that. I was like, is it crazy? It was like other streamers' Discords too, so it was just like, it's like,
Doing them a favor, innit?
no, I just said I deleted it, and then they were like, "What was that?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it."
something about a misclick, I think.
Yeah, misclick. Yeah. Welcome in
Hey,
Salva.
Salva.
Gucci, everyone.
We be chilling. I'm doing an art stream, and we got a bunch of people hanging out now.
Oh yeah. I'm in a vehicle.
He's in a vehicle, guys.
We can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's see. Well, at least I drive on the right side of the road.
So do I. I've driven on the right side of the road as well.
That's true.
So won't you get assaulted by the police with billy clubs for doing that, though?
Oh, because I drive on the right side of the road and not in the UK.
Dinner's done. I'll be back in a little bit.
They assume that the British police will just find out, and the moment you come home, they just start shooting you.
I'll tell you.
I wish I knew art.
Ah, the Doom soundtrack. Hell yeah. Okay, now I gotta switch my stream back to my Blender.
Blender.
I love Blender.
Imagine making a blender on Blender while blending up Blender.
I'm sure it's been done.
So this game has like community games as well. It seems that's pretty cool.